Awaken Cohort.
And welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command. I'm Press Plus One. I'm Fleet Admiral Turek of the heavy battlecruiser Jesus Dracora as we continue our campaign against the Klingon Star Empire, and we have reduced Kronos down to an Empire defense of 26. 6 more missions there, and we should actually have it. But we have a little bit of housekeeping to do, so let's first see if we can't finish off the surround that we are trying to get going around Kronos itself, so that we can hopefully keep it within our sphere of influence once it actually does flip over to our side, and also to prevent them from breaking out of the trap that we've created. Alright, let us set all our systems to overload. We're going to reinforce the forward shield as well. Looks like we spawned in the close position, which is good and bad, although we're only staring down a frigate, so we can probably take him on without too much trouble. According to the fleet screen, we are dealing with an F6X. I'm not actually quite familiar with that ship. Oh, it's a triple nacelle F5. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, nothing much more to say on that. We do, however, have a friend over here, the Wild Hearts, who will immediately rush for the convoy and is fairly well equipped to actually be able to handle them. So we're just going to kind of sit here, chug along at a speed of basically 1 as we prepare to receive his incoming fire. Also so that we can, well, nail him with every single plasma torpedo that we have by the time he actually makes it over to us. And we do that by just stretching out the amount of time that it's going to take for him to actually get here. Although I don't think, it's not quite going to work. Well, it might. At the pace that he's setting, I might actually be able to make this work. He's not able to get through our forward shield defense. We have more than enough power to be able to handle him. Okay, now our plasma torpedoes are ready to go, so now we leap on forward. We are prepared to annihilate, and so we'll just pick up the pace a little bit more. We need to get to a distance of about 2.5 before the direct beam kicks on. And you are already dead. And we can turn away from him. Defeated. Lovely. Alright, let's go just kill the column. That's why we're here now. So we're just going to trundle along, keep the pace up a little bit more. So we'll get to the... Oh, apparently there was a Q ship. I mean, I doubt that the Q ship can beat the pirate, but he was there. So we have to give him some credit for existing. Not a whole heck of a lot. I mean, existing is not exactly something that should be rewarded too heavily. We got the free trader right here, who we're basically just going to run right on top of. Hello. And you did have enough strength to be able to survive that. I was really kind of hoping you wouldn't. Well, you didn't have enough to follow up with the follow-up. So there's that working for us. We'll slow way down since we're already in the middle of the formation. We don't need that much power, and now we'll have enough power in order to continue to charge the plasma weapons. Switch on over here. We got 2.1 points of power remaining, and I'm perfectly okay to just sort of trundle along to getting close to him. Allow him to continue to handle this Q ship. He's got it mostly handled at this point, so I don't think he needs my help. Hit him with the phasers. We've already reduced his speed quite significantly, and we're kind of stuck at the moment, though. We do have to wait for the rest of the systems to come back online so that we can actually hit him with, Gatling phasers and other fun, hilarious things. Also, I don't want to stop charging my heavy weapons. Alright, we've got that done, and I will lob a fake one of these over towards you so that we can hopefully take care of that. Do I have power? No, I don't. I do not have power at all. So we need to wait around just a little bit. Target that. Long-range phasers engaged. More. There we go. We got it. 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. Fire. And there we go. Weaved at the last second. So we're down to just him and him. So we'll pick up the speed and we'll run this guy over. We have a plasma torpedo ready to go just for him. And I do believe he had the defensive shuttle bay taken care of. So just going to zip along. Somebody's got pseudo-frigates. Ooh, that pseudo-frigate just does not exist anymore. The pirate did his best, but at the end of the day, he's not a particularly good pirate, so he has to get... Oh, never mind, I take that back. He managed to take care of it just as I showed up. So he didn't quite want to share the glory. I suppose I can understand that, but come on, man, share a little bit. Sharing is good for you. So we've managed to wipe out this convoy immediately. Nice job there. This should take the tile right back for us. And it did, so we'll jump back onto Kronos and just continue to zigzag all over the place. So trying to hold the flower, if I can, I'd like to capture this southern tile as well. I'd like to complete the surround, just to make sure that, when things go sideways, like the enemy counterattacks, they won't actually flip the tile for the planet itself. I want to hold that quite closely to the chest. So just 1, overload the systems, and let's just get slowly going. We don't have any real rush at the moment to try and get on top of the enemy. It's not like we're trying to underrun him or anything. Anyway, we're being escorted today by the HMS Hurtle, which is a lot of fusion cannons, as well as the HMS Sovereignty, which is a fairly large and powerful dreadnought with even more fusion cannons. Actually, no, 5 versus your 6? Yeah, he's got more. he does. We're dealing with a PLPH as well as a heavy cruiser at the moment. It is an XCA, so this is a scary heavy cruiser, something that we need to invest a lot of firepower to make sure that it doesn't exist in the very near future. We also have a heavy cruiser over here. It's simply a DX, so I don't really care so much about that. We will focus almost all of our efforts exclusively on our little friend over here, our XCA. I do anticipate having all my heavy weapon systems ready to go by the time we actually make it towards him, so I'm just going to see if I can't force him to go for me by sort of zigzagging in front of him just a little bit, and we'll slow down the speed and the speed of time. A little bit too slow. Actually, we maintain a speed of 7. So we are ready with the plasma torpedoes. Give me a touch. Hi. Are we going to survive? Good. All right, let him go. Let him go. Release him. And then just start. Wow, that was a long-range fusion cannon shot that finished him off. Good job there. All right, we can basically leave. We're going to get behind the dreadnought / carrier, which every single hydrant vessel is a dreadnought / carrier. Well, in the dreadnought category, is a vessel / carrier. Almost all of them. It does look like he is exclusively going right for us. I think you can recognize the fact that we currently don't have a whole heck of a lot in terms of offensive firepower aside from our phasers. But I still have that, which can deal 32 damage to you, and then I'll follow up with some Gatling phasers, and that'll rip him apart. Bounce the mine? We don't really need to. Well, ooh, wow, barely avoided it. So we'll wait for all systems to charge, and now we'll bombard the planet itself, as is our job, more or less. So we'll get all the plasma torpedoes fully charged, and then we should be able to easily get on top of the enemy. Sap most of that shield budget. I know the anti-plasma torpedoes are nowhere near to being charged, but I kind of want to get there relatively soon. I think they will be ready by the time that we need them. And that's just the most important thing. We are zooming in with the fighter cover. The fighters, I don't believe, will actually get themselves within range, although recently we have seen them starting to get awfully gosh darn close to planets. It's actually kind of a little bit scary as how close they're willing to get themselves at this point. So, very good thing, by the way, just because it allows us to have a little bit more support. Oh, was I going at normal speed? I didn't think I was. Fire all the plasma torpedoes and stop. Let's protect ourselves, because we got a little bit closer than I intended to. Because it is still a fully defended planet. It will hit us with a ton of bricks the moment that it decides it needs to kill us. We've only got, well, at the moment, less than 20 points of power in the forward shield. From a distance of 15, we have stripped away shields and done 86 damage, and now we can just sort of sit here and wait for all hell to break loose. Yep, a little bit of light skirmishing fire, but there is also a dreadnought over here. Who do you want to fight? Who are they going to go for first? Clearly they've gone for the dreadnought, which is excellent for us. Means we can basically wait and just continue to bombard the planet. It doesn't matter the fact that they're trying to bring back even more defenses. We shall prevent them from defending at all against us. Just need to wait and get our systems fully operational and ready for the flood of plasma. There we go. So another full flood of plasma, personally addressed to them, and a fairly significant chunk of damage out of them. How many Marines they got left? They have 2. Oh yeah, we can't. We have to go home after this because we've run out of Marines. I mean, even if I did 1 at a time at this point, we've only got 5, so we're just going to send them all over. So the Marines are, well, vulnerable. Well, vulnerable? The enemy planet is vulnerable, although they still have some space-based or anti-space-based defenses, which will be somewhat difficult to work with. Some more plasma to deal with that. Just see if we can't wipe out every single piece of defense on the planet, so that we can freely and easily just go in with our Marines and just kill everything. That is the plan anyway. And there's a range and start to turn. And I think, yeah, we'll get the turn done in time. And get the speed away from the planet. We have no interest anymore. The planet has been defeated, officially and totally. Mainly by us. There was a little bit of help from the dreadnoughts, but at the end of the day, come on, let's be honest, it was our plasma torpedoes that really beat the crap out of them. Although, the dreadnoughts provided a nice distraction for the enemy ships and weapons to shoot at him instead of us. So that's fully taken care of. We have Kronos knocked down even further on the Empire defense, which will be lovely. And we'll be able to see, yep, another 670 prestige. So good for cash. We are down to an Empire defense of 21, but we got to go home. Pop over here, pop over here. Hello. Supplies, 382 prestige is required for the repairs. And then we went through 39 Marines. So let's quickly see if we can't tear ourselves up again on all the Marines, mines, and spare parts. We're down to 12 spare parts. We've been out here for a while, in case you hadn't guessed. So get ourselves fully kitted out with all that. Lovely. Another so about 700-ish, a little bit more, was spent on refitting the ship for full-on combat. So we got to wait until we actually can get into the area, although I anticipate lots of pain is about to happen all over the flower. No, actually, surprisingly enough, the flower holds. So, mission, convoy raid. So the next mission wasn't even going to require Marines, but we have them available for when more stuff happens, and we're back up to full armor and health, so we can take a couple of hits without instantly dying, which, you know, always nice. We're in a far chase position with a dreadnought way over here. Interesting problem. Plasma torpedoes to enveloping mode, and then phasers to overload, and we'll get there as soon as we can, but I can have a maximum speed right now of 5. So, give us a moment. Got the GCS Horn with us, as well as the True Sight, who we could probably ignore this C-10 just to kill everybody in the convoy. In fact, that's probably what we're going to do. Yeah, let's do that first. We have free power, so let's use it. And also forward shield reinforcement, if you don't mind, just so we have a little bit of defense going for us. Power. Give me more. And we'll also prepare a Zetrector beam, so that we can grab onto somebody, fire a plasma torpedo, kill them. Oh, looks like he finished. That's unfortunate. It looks like we're going for him. Yeah, he's going to be in amongst us relatively soon. So I'm basically going to ignore the convoy. We're going to come in, just nail him with all the plasma that we have, and that should be sufficient to beat the crap out of him and possibly even kill him. Yeah, escorting... Am I hearing plasma? Huh. That must have been from the horn. Alright, slow down, slow down, slow down. Prepare for this. And that is ready. And our forward shield has held, but more importantly, we've destroyed him in one salvo. Lovely. Plasma torpedoes to normal mode. We're good. Target the nearest ship and increase speed to 10. And increase speed of time to maximum. So that we can basically just start going in and blasting everybody with our phasers. Hi, you're here to be eliminated. And now you, because you're a little bit further on forward. So I want to steal most of the shield budget to just jump on top of you. And we'll hit you with a whole ton of phasers and you'll die. It'll be great. And we'll all cheer. There'll be a party. Everything in the mess hall. Got the cat's eye nebula over there. You're about to die from the Gatling phasers. There we go. As they often do. And we can slow way down as we zip way out in front of the formation. Because we are between them and their escape, and there's nothing they can do about it at this point. Hi, I've got a whole bunch of phasers, and I think you can die. Not quite Gatling phasers. Can you finish them off? Lovely. On to the next one. He still has a shell bait, amazingly enough. Phasers. There's really no point in like, using the plasma torpedoes, because it just takes so goddamn long. Alright, the convoy has been completely wiped out. We did lose whatever ship was way off there in the corner, but do we really care? The answer to that question is no. No, we really, really didn't. But it was that ship off there in the corner. Oh, Kronos is neutral. Kronos is neutral. Kronos is neutral. Go immediately for Kronos. I mean, yeah, I should have probably neutralized that tile first, but oh, please don't. Please don't flip Kronos. Please don't flip Kronos. Okay, that's good. Shipyard assault. It's the way to go. So maybe we can even capture all the shipyards. I mean, it would give us a huge cash bonus. Well, let's see who we actually are fighting. Apparently a single vessel at this moment. So we have a single dreadnought on scanners at the moment. She is a C9X. Nothing too scary at that for now. We're being escorted today by GCS Hurl as well as GCS Footfall. So we have that working for us as well. Increase speed, increase speed. So maximum speed of time, maximum speed of the vessel. Slow down a little bit so I can charge up the, whatchamacallit, the tractor beam. And also can be full forward shield reinforcement. Send a probe. Okay, it's just him. Yeah, he's in a bad place. I'm sorry, but you have made a serious mistake going toe-to-toe with me. I have more firepower than you do. You have more armor than I do, but at the end of the day, I have enough firepower to chew through your armor like you wouldn't even believe. Start to slow down, and there's his little juke maneuver before he'll come back in. Because I like to go a little bit wide, see if they can't get the rest of their broadside armament on, which I can understand. Oh, that's 3, 2, 1. Wait for it to stop blinking. And now? Please stop blinking. There we go. So we've done quite a bit of damage, and we have more fire coming in from the command cruiser. And he's gone. Alright, so we've dealt with that. On to the Stardocks. Oh, we are going to capture Kronos today. Isn't that lovely? And defensive plasma torpedo is engaging. Let's get on there as soon as we can, so that we can hopefully break the entirety of the Stardock. You don't really need to shoot at anything that isn't shooting at me. I wish I could give that order. Like, if the missile's not tracking me, I don't care. So, but unfortunately, that doesn't work. So, like so, just blitzing away in all directions with our weapons. It is actually rather cool. The unfortunate part is, every time we fire our phasers, we unload our plasma torpedoes, which is not ideal. because we need to be traveling at a speed of about 0.4 or 4.0 in order to actually, well, 5.0 in order to charge all of our weapon systems. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Anti-plasma torpedo. 1, 2, 3, 0. We're dead. More incoming fire, but we have it fully under control. Everything is being managed perfectly. Never fear. We are here. Although it looks like our buddies are not exactly... Well, the command cruiser is actually starting to move. So they may actually be able to blow up the other one by the time I actually get there, because it is a bit of a trip. Oh, we're going to capture Kronos today. I'm thrilled about it. We have been beating our head on Kronos for so long, and now the Klingon homeworld itself is about to fall to our mighty firepower. Now, granted, it didn't end in a homeworld assault, which is a little bit disappointing, but this will be good enough. Right, wait for it, and fire. And 1, 2, 3, it's done. And we're done. Over to the last Stardock, which is apparently dueling it out with the command cruiser. I will shut off that, because I don't think I need it anymore. The emergency tractor beams took 4 points of power to use, so there's really kind of no point to have it. Dude, the shot that you're taking is a distance of about 30. This plasma torpedo dies out at less than 20. Why would you even do that? The AI making geniuses decisions since 2000 and... Well, actually, 1999, wouldn't it be? Because this is all built on the original Starfleet Command engine. I think all 3 games are, which is one of the reasons why you can actually go through, and if you're playing Starfleet Command 2, you can actually use Starfleet Command 3 models. It's great. I love it. Fire! Bombardment cruise. Aw, really? You stole it from me. At the very last second. So that will grant us Kronos. And then we'll have to immediately move to knock out the Klingon influence away from Kronos. We gotta finish the flower around Kronos, because otherwise we could lose it, and then the Empire defense goes up to 30, and that's just pain. Pop over here. Mission. Take the mission. Surprise reversal. Take the surprise reversal. I don't care that it's a boring mission. It's a mission that I need to accomplish to push them away. Because if they neutralize the planet, it's just gonna be pain. We got a whole bunch of Orion Pirate frigates. Yeah, I don't care. We're just going to zip onto them as quickly as possible. I don't think I need the enveloping plasma torpedoes to finish them off. I think the overloaded phasers and normal plasma torpedoes will certainly do the job. Also because they don't defend themselves, which is helpful. And they're all little tiny frigates. My current intention, by the way, we're talking about TNG mod again. Yay! Current intention is to turn these Orion frigates into the Maquis Raider from Voyager, as well as, you know, the Maquis episodes of TNG and Deep Space Nine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because the Maquis Raider model is stunning. It's really, really good, the version that we have, which is really kind of funny because almost all of the Maquis Raiders that we have, almost all of them appear to be the same one, and they appear to be great, which tells me that somebody very early on made it, and everybody used it. Which, one, makes perfect sense, by the way. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong about using it. After all, that's exactly what I'm doing. But whoever made that first model made it early, when most other people's models were frankly pretty bad. So I have just been flat out impressed when I've been looking at that Maquis Raider for all of the things that it is. And this. Lovely. Onto you. Target you. Bring you in nice and close. The pickpocket. And onto you. Slow way down so we can charge with the phase capacitor. He's almost dead. And the Gatlings. There we go. So nice, easy surprise reverse to push the enemy out of the area. I want to secure the flower. That is key. That is the most important thing. Because that will hold Kronos. And Kronos is a massive economic boon to our faction and a massive economic loss to theirs. So keep pushing. Don't neutralize Kronos. Don't neutralize Kronos. I will immediately leave this territory to go recover Kronos if that happens. I'm not quite sure which button I pressed on. I was hoping for the patrol, but it kind of clicked between them. It's a patrol. Okay, good. Convoy raid would have been a little bit, well, taking a little while. Because if you look at the timer right now, the episode is almost over. So forward shield, full reinforcement. But yeah, the Maquis Raider is going to be our Maquis ship, or our brand new Orion Pirate frigate type thing. One, it's super common, which I figured would be fine. I also want to use the Ferengi for pirates, so their Marauder is going to get in, as well as a couple of other things. So that'll be the plan. We're currently targeting a C9XM, so he's got a MERV upgrade. Fascinating. Should be relatively easy to take. Somebody made the suggestion that we make the Ferengi the Mirak, which I am vehemently against. One, because the Ferengi are not a major faction. Like, they originally were planned to be the big bad evil guy of TNG until everybody saw the Ferengi and was like, dude, that's ridiculously stupid. They're comic mustache twirling, well, not great villains. So they kind of got relegated to, they're a big merchant power, sure, but they're not exactly like a intergalactic or interstellar power to that extent. So also because most of my Ferengi ships are absolutely trash. There are very, very few good Ferengi ships. Somebody did do a Ferengi mod, which, like, they're not a Ferengi mod, but it was part of other mods that had a whole bunch of Ferengi ships, but they're all really bad. Like, I cannot emphasize enough how terrible the mod looks. The textures are bad, the models are awful, so really I've got like one, maybe two okay-looking Ferengi ships, and one of those is a shuttle. So the actual normal Ferengi Marauder, I think I have one that looks semi-decent, and then all the rest of them are just like stretched and warped versions of that. So also because I like the Mirak, and I like the Ferengi, I just don't like the Ferengi that much that I would want my favorite faction to be turned into Ferengi. So that's why I'm vehemently against that. So instead they're going to play as roles of pirates, because I figured that makes a heck of a lot more sense. So we will see Ferengi Marauders as part of the pirate fleets. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so please neutralize that tile. Please have it neutral so I don't have to worry about it again. It is not neutral, but we were going to keep the pressure on. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarek. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next episode.